By Thursday night, the relentless pace of modern life takes its toll. The endless commutes, deadlines, and digital noise leave the spirit entirely depleted. Juma transforms the arrival of Friday morning into an active, highly intentional reset. This day operates as a calculated intervention. It is designed to interrupt the mundane rhythm of daily survival and force a pause, requiring believers to redirect their focus inward. Accessing the specific blessings of this day requires a deliberate, conscious intention, rather than treating the morning like any other day of the week. The result is a highly structured, day-long framework. From the first light of dawn, every prescribed action is built to facilitate a complete mental and physical restoration. This restoration begins with a strict mechanical phase, long before anyone leaves their home, the mid-morning physical preparation. The Prophet Muhammad established specific traditions for this window of time. First, a ritual bath called ghusl, then putting on clean clothes and applying a pleasant fragrance. This diagram illustrates the theological link between the body and the mind. By starting with external physical purification, the believer creates a deliberate boundary between their work life and their spiritual focus. When tied to the explicit intention of honoring the day, these everyday habits of hygiene become active acts of worship. This transformation takes root in the privacy of the home. A sacred day requires turning mundane morning routines into deliberate devotion. Once prepared, the believer steps out the door. The walk toward the local mosque demands a quiet mindfulness, shifting focus away from the distractions of the previous 6 days. The physical architecture of the mosque itself issues a command. The stark vertical minaret reaching into the sky signals the community to set aside their commerce, their trades, and their worldly affairs. Inside, the space is initially quiet, filled with individuals engaged in solitary rituals. A key practice is the reading of Surah Al-Kahf, a chapter of the Quran that provides spiritual grounding for the week ahead. Worshippers also spend this quiet time sending abundant blessings upon the Prophet. This steady, repetitive practice links the individual directly to a vast historical tradition. Over the next hour, the environment steadily shifts. The wide interior slowly fills, transforming a room of isolated individuals into a unified body. All of this preparation culminates in the climax of the midday, the Juma congregational prayer. Look at this congregation. The rigid, shoulder-to-shoulder rows erase worldly status, wealth, and social hierarchy. When thousands of people drop into sajda, a CEO and a day laborer place their foreheads on the same floor. The mechanics of prayer strip away all outside rank. The formal prayer concludes, and the congregation disperses, but the structural requirements of the day continue. Islamic tradition outlines a specific window late in the Friday afternoon, a special hour where supplications are exceptionally likely to be accepted. During this fading daylight, a believer is instructed to expand their focus outward. They are meant to pray for their family, their local community, and the wider global population. This outward focus also requires tangible action. Believers are encouraged to finalize their week with acts of charity, giving alms to ground their spiritual focus in measurable support for others. The core philosophy here is practical. The spiritual height reached inside the mosque translates directly into tangible kindness and generosity out on the streets. As dusk finally settles and the sun drops below the horizon, the chronological loop of the day completes. The believer is left to reflect in the quiet of the evening. The total progression of the day, from the morning ritual bath to the evening charity, aims to produce a more generous and reinvigorated human being for the week ahead.